Number 8, Xenogears for the PlayStation. Okay, this game is fucked up, and I love it. I never played Xenogears when it first released back in 1998, but I remember playing it on a demo disc, along with Brave Fencer Musashi. Awesome underrated game, by the way. I loved the demo and could tell right away it was going to be another grand adventure from Squaresoft. The golden age of Square where they could do no wrong. Today's Square? I feel your pain, Faye. For some reason, I never got a chance to pick this up. I remember always seeing the cover art and being intrigued by it. It wasn't until years later that I played it on PSN. This game was originally supposed to be Final Fantasy VII, but was turning out to be a different game and had more darker and adult themes that they decided to make it an entirely new IP. That being said, I prefer Xenogears over Final Fantasy VII. Right off the bat, the game's starting monologue sets up the premise of the game for the player, and I was immediately pulled in by one of the most beautiful pieces of music in gaming history, Bonds of Sea and Fire. To the moment you see the scorching flames of war freeze frame, then zooms out to see Faye painting a portrait of it, the artistic value of the game's direction skyrocketed to monumental heights. And we haven't even started the game yet. I knew this RPG would be an instant classic. Xenogears is filled to the brim with crazy, interesting ideas that 2 discs is just not enough to contain this beast of ambition. Known in the RPG community as a quote-unquote flawed masterpiece. And while that's definitely true, I feel that people focus too much on the flaws and don't focus on the strengths of the game. Yes, the game has flaws, but its strengths are immense. For one, the story is told in such an engaging and brilliant way. It doesn't undermine the player's intelligence. The characters have motivations and personalities that draw you in. The game is extremely dark and complex that will make you think, invoking a deep feeling in you. Hell, the game starts in one of the darkest ways possible, blowing your mind and setting the tone for the rest of the game. Wait, wasn't Luca from Chrono Trigger in that village? Oh no! It has deep religious themes not present in a lot of other RPGs. It's grounded, making it feel more like a real world and daring. Considering I had to go to church when I was a little bab, it connects with me on a deeper level. It has kung fu, some of the death blows, which are the combat moves you learn in the game, get crazy awesome, like this one, that's something out of Dragon Ball Z. Awesome mechs that have brilliant designs and the nuances of how they work. If you didn't think the story could get any deeper, it laughs at your expectations. Subplot after subplot within subplots. The game is an entire universe spanning thousands of years to the beginning of human life. Seriously, when it comes to storytelling and scope, Xenogears is on such a grand scale. It puts other RPGs to shame. It's bigger than a game. I'm still looking for a game that matches or surpasses it, but honestly, I don't think I'll ever find it. You get so into the characters, story, world building, and music that you aren't playing Xenogears anymore. You're living it. Of course, I have to talk about the man, Mitsuda, who composed the music for Xenogears. Another legend artist who has also did the music for the likes of Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross. He created one of the most brilliant, classical, emotion-stirring OSTs I've ever heard. This is some of Mitsuda's best work he's ever done. Just like Xenogears itself, Mitsuda puts the entire world in the tracks. Different styles of world cultures are mixed in there to give it more of a real and spiritual feel that totally fits the game perfectly. To the sweeping, uplifting track of The Blue Traveler, gut-wrenching sadness of Ship of Regret and Sleep. To the catchy and rhythmic leftovers from the dreams of the strong, bombasting to a place you always want to be. Night of Fire, where you can hear the sound of orders going over a speaker in the background, adding another artistic direction. This soundtrack never misses a mark, with such memorable weight. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, Mitsuda. The anime art and animations are so good. I love Faye's battle stance. It reminds me of Bruce Lee. I mean, just look at the ending blow for this move. Faye is totally channeling Bruce Lee right there. As I mentioned before, some of these death blows get crazy insane over the top. Speaking of which, Doc gets a sword much later in the game. When he gets that bad boy, he cleaves through everything that's in his way. Also, let's not forget Billy with his guns. When I first saw these death blows, I couldn't believe it, and the sound effects are top notch. Even the gears get some pretty awesome death blows. There's a scene in the game where Ellie is telling Faye he's a coward for certain events that took place. The scene is actually a double meaning, as she's also speaking to herself for things she's also done in her past. So friggin' deep.
You're a coward!
That's right. I'm a coward.
Remember the movie Jacob's Ladder? In that movie, there was a drug called the Ladder that was meant to enhance and drive the abilities of soldiers in war, but had strong side effects that could drive a person insane. There's a similar drug called Drive in Xenogears that does the same thing. At one point, Ellie takes the drug and changes drastically to fight Faye. Even her portrait changes all evil-like and she starts to lose herself. Things get really intense. How about one of the most spine-tingling, creepy moments in the game, where you come face to face with Deus, the god that created all humans. You meet your maker. The way he reveals himself, pulsating and struggling to stay alive, you feel a sense of pity and you feel deeply disturbed. The weight of it all, it's truly disturbing and left an impact on me. These are just examples why the story and deeper meaning of things makes this game so freaking awesome. Then you have lighthearted scenes like the Captain. Can I just say, the Captain is one of the best characters of all time in any game. Why, you ask? Men of the sea! That's why. Every time I voice him in my head, it's always a mix between Dogs Bauer from Blue Stinger and a pirate. It's perfect. Even Bart gets in on it, and the Captain and him have a great time together. Now, the game doesn't explain everything, and this is a problem for some people.
Whoa, hold on a second. Cut the music. What is this? What the freak is this? I'm sorry, what? There is a cutesy thing being crucified. What the I'm done. I'm done!
Nope, it's completely normal. God. Anyways, let's move on. To get the full story, I suggest going on Xenogears Wiki about the finer details of the story and characters. Also, the English PDF version of Perfect Works Online. Xenogears was only one episode, episode 5, in possibly a 5-part series. It's a shame they couldn't fully finish Xenogears proper and continue the series. I would have emptied out my bank account for it. Truth is, it got over ambitious and Square ran out of money. That's why Disc 2 was shortchanged in the end. Most people have a problem with this, and I guess I can see why, but what is here is already unbelievable. It's scary to think if they completely finished it and how much more amazing it would be. I see Disc 2 as switching genres to a visual novel, and it works just fine for me. By the end of the game, everything that you experience in this heavy and brilliant gem, then the track Small 2 of Pieces plays, reflecting on the whole thing. I can't help but get choked up in tear. The music is so good, it makes you think about everything. I think of Faye and Ellie deeply at this moment, and their eternal love that transcends time. Even when they die, they'll be reborn again as different people and find themselves for all time. What can I say? This game had a real impact on me, and I'm sure to a lot of other people. Xenogears is seriously the best unfinished RPG you'll ever play in your life. This is definitely one of the games you need to experience before you die. I accept every flaw this game has, and the experience I got from this ambiguous gem will stay with me till the day I die.
Like a proud wolf alone in the dark, with eyes that watch the world, and my name like a shadow on the face of the moon.
Also, Faye can destroy a mech as big as a house, exploding it into pieces. This alone makes the game worth playing.